Hey guys, it's Greg again. I wanted to do a little review here on ApeCoin because some questions are popping up or going like, "Hey Greg, how do you know where this thing is going to end?" Or do you know where ApeCoin is going to end? I don't know where ApeCoin is going to end. All I know is it's making really good bullish waves right now. Until it works everything out, I just don't know. But there's a few things that you can do if you're looking at your waves. That's questionable. Like this massive wave here is questionable. Some people are going to say, well, you look at your RSI and you go, okay, that's a third wave, and now it's over here making a fifth wave to create that divergence. That might not be the case. One of the things you want to check on your waves is the depth of the wave. How far did it retrace? So if you know that this is a 5-wave move, you will see, look how deep that went to 786. So that's a 1-2. So you got to check this one too and do a little retrace. Let's see on that one. And you see that one didn't go quite as deep. And it just tagged the 50% retracement. So this one went deeper and this one didn't go as deep. So there is a chance, okay, until this is all done, is that what it could have done is 1, 2, 3, 4 and zoomed up for that 5. Okay, now if that's what it is, I'm going to take that off just to clean up the chart. If that's what it is, then you want to check the retrace on this whole wave to get an idea. So if that wave retraced, you see it came down below the gold pocket 786. And another place you can check too is on the RSI. So just to get the check. So here you are, the RSI. Here's that deepest move. Here's that highest move right there. You know, and you can just check it on the RSI and pop it open, and you'll see, yeah, almost 90% retracement. So what's that telling me is that with these waves on Elliott waves, is that more than likely this was a wave 2 now, okay? If that's a wave 2, then the probability of this being a wave 1 and then 2 and it's going into a 3 is higher. Just don't know yet until everything gets played out. So there could be 1, 2 and it's going into 3, 4, 5 like that. Could be. Just don't know yet. It's just checking your waves. I don't know what's going on and how this is all going to play out. But now you can go to these waves and check these waves right here, okay, to see how these waves are moving. So maybe this is a 1, 2. That's a deep retracement. And then it came here. Some people go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And that's the highest point. That's not necessarily true. It could be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You see how that came down into the territory of these came down in territory. Could be a diagonal. You just don't know yet. But this could be making, in this instance, very, very bullish move of a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and it went up for another 1, 2. Okay. And in that instance, if it's making those, you know what happens. It just shoots off again, higher again. So you want to be aware of that some people are they're just going like, okay, here we go. Here's 1, 2, highest peak on the RSI, 3, 4, 5, which it could be. It could be. Does that come into territory of wave 4? No, it doesn't. It could be. Just don't know yet because it is making some divergence, and you just don't know yet with this coin of what it's doing. So, and the other thing is too, you want to check when you're checking your divergences on this chart. So obviously you can see it there. You want to go out to different time frames and check it to see, okay, what's it look like now? There we go. You still see that. All right. You see high movement on that area to see what it's doing, and you got to go through all your steps and just check these divergences, make sure everything looks good all the way out. You know, on a coin like this, you probably just need to go out to the 4-hour. You can see there. Okay. So that could have reset the whole thing, that correction right there that it did. and it's doing something new. Okay, you see here, now you're going to get a little bit different information. On the 2nd-hour chart, it was a wick. You know, now this 1, 2, maybe 3, 4, 5, possibly on higher time frames. Just don't know yet until it completes. That's the issue. So it took out that divergence on the 2-hour, and it still has room. It still has, you know, room to go. So 3-hour chart, same thing. It took it out. All right. So you have, even though you have that wick way up there, it still took it out, and it's, to me, it's above it at this point, that it's moving up into something else. So some people go 1, 2, maybe, you know, because this wick would confuse them, you know, 3, 4, 5 possibly, but there's no divergence on these higher time frames. So that's what you want to look out for. You know, you want to go between the higher time frames and the lower time frames to try to get an idea of what's going on and how it's moving. And knowing candlesticks too, you know, these candlestick patterns on this time is showing something of slowing down or some sort of correction in there, just because of those tops like that is what I'm seeing with that right there. So, but yeah, I'm just going through that and just checking it to see where it can go. I have right now, it's you know, there is a possibility, in my opinion, there's a very good possibility that it's going to go up and break these highs. That's what I think. I think that this is such a bullish coin and making such bullish moves that there's a good probability it's going to be testing these areas up here. And the reason I say that is based on this move, this whole move. You take a look at the retracement on that move with the wicks or without the wicks. Put it with the wick. You know, it came all the way down almost a 0.786, and then if you check it here too on the RSI, you know, and pop it open, see down there to 90%. So this whole area where it was moving like that, it reset. It came down and reset that whole thing. So now it has room to run again based on the RSI right there. So that's my thoughts on ApeCoin, guys. Just to let you know what I'm seeing right there and what I'm looking at. So this is likely, in this case, this overall, let me go over overall count right here. It could be a 1, 2, and that's a good possibility that it could be in that. You know, unless something happens to break the sequence, and then if you take that 1, 2, you can get yourself some you know, reasonable targets of right here. You know, I mean, that's $62 right now. It could be working on that. If this is a wave 3, if this is a wave 1, and that was a wave 2, to reset that. Now it's not just going to go like that. Obviously, it's going to go up, retrace. You know, it'll be, you know, who knows? It might even drag out for this long or something like that, guys. Who knows? Could be way over here. It'll go up, down, and then up, down, you know, even maybe down low and then back up again like that, and finally make it over there. So it all depends, but all I can say right now, based on this structure, this so far is a very, very bullish setup. And this is the area, these are the areas you want to be in and start taking a little bit more risk in coins like that on second wave corrections and going into third waves. It's like I told people before on, I'm going to show it again on Near Protocol. Come out here to the daily, and you see Near Protocol set up for a 1 going into a third, and this is just a minor intermediate. This would be an intermediate wave 3. of a primary wave 3, which means very, very good bullishness. This will outperform Bitcoin. You know, if you look at the overall big picture of Bitcoin on its chart, let me see, do I have it handy? Maybe I don't. I thought that I did. The overall picture on Bitcoin's chart, let me go to the 3-day chart. Bitcoin's going into a wave 5, okay? But the good news about Bitcoin is that Bitcoin's wave 5 can extend. Bitcoin's wave 5 could extend. Not saying that it will, but it's set up to do an extension, just like it could do that. If you can see on Bitcoin's last wave 5, it went for January 15th to January 18th. So 3 years. It was a 3-year wave 5 with a lot of bumps in there where people probably thought that spot right there was the end of Bitcoin, and that spot was the end of Bitcoin, and this was the end of Bitcoin, and that was the end of Bitcoin, and that was the end. I'm sure they said it over there too. Here's a wave, you know, wave 4 based on the Elliott waves. And, you know, some other people have some differing opinions on these waves, because one thing is that 3, it hasn't taken out any of that. So some people do have a different opinion that this is not this count, and that it's more of a 1-2. I think they have like 1-2, and then like a 1-2, and then this is like a 1-2 or something like that. That's actually what they do. They actually have that count on Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is going to 500,000, 800,000. They have a 1-2, and then this is a 1-2, and this is a 1-2, and this is a 1-2. They actually have that count, like the most bullish count. It's kind of like ApeCoin, how ApeCoin is a little bit on steroids, except the number. So that's what they're thinking. And the reason they have that is, I'm not that bullish. You mean I hope that it is that bullish? The reason they have that is because this RSI hasn't been taken out to make a wave 3 right here. So technically there's like no wave. The wave 3 is still in progress, is what I'm saying. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Peace.